Hello, and welcome to the world of monsters, devils, and the devil hunters. There lives a young man named Denji, who, after the death of his father, is left with tons of debt. With the help of Pochita, a devil dog he once saved, Denji manages to survive as a devil hunter under the thumb of the Yakuza. His life takes a dark turn when the mob betrays him, leading to his untimely death at the hands of a devil. But thanks to Pochita, Denji is brought back to life as a bizarre devil-human hybrid. Now, he's Chainsaw Man. Make sure to subscribe and like for more. The tale begins with Denji, who at the age of just 16, finds himself shackled to a mountain of debt left behind by his father, who thought the best way out was a permanent exit. With creditors breathing down his neck, Denji teams up with Pochita, his trusty chainsaw-wielding devil dog, to make a living as a devil hunter. After wrapping up a job for a Yakuza boss, Denji confides in Pochita about his simple dream of a peaceful life, maybe even finding someone to share it with. But as fate loves a twist, the boss lures Denji to an abandoned warehouse, revealing that his crew has joined forces with the zombie devil. Turns out, double-crossing a teenager with a chainsaw dog wasn't enough thrill. They needed to add zombies into the mix. Denji ends up on the wrong end of the deal, dismembered and left for dead. As his blood trickles into Pochita's mouth, Denji has a vision where Pochita, in a heartwarming and slightly terrifying twist, promises to become Denji's heart. Whole again, Denji faces off against the zombie devil. With a tug on Pochita's pull string, now conveniently located on his chest, he transforms into a devil-human hybrid, sprouting chainsaws from his head and arms. It's not exactly what he meant by cutting edge, but it works. He slices through the zombie devil and the Yakuza zombies like a hot knife through butter. Come morning, the aftermath is discovered by a team of public safety devil hunters. Their leader, Makima, finds Denji in the middle of the carnage. After a brief chat, she hugs him, triggering his transformation back to his human form. She offers to keep him alive as a human and even promises food, which, let's be honest, is the quickest way to Denji's heart. After a quick bite at the rest area, Denji and Makima arrive at the Devil Hunters' headquarters in Tokyo. Denji, still riding the high of his meal, hopes to team up with Makima, but she has other plans. She introduces him to Aki Hayakawa, a fellow public safety devil hunter. Aki takes Denji out on patrol, and things quickly go south. The two get into a scuffle, with Aki trying to convince Denji to quit before he ends up in a body bag. Despite their differences, they return to Makima, who insists they work together. The next day, they're back on duty, and Denji spots a fiend. With an axe in hand, he makes quick work of it, much to Aki's dismay. Aki scolds Denji for not taking the job seriously, which prompts Denji to realize that he needs a goal to achieve, and after a thoughtful considerations, he concludes that his noble goal would be to fondle some juicy mangoes. Back at headquarters, Makima introduces a new partner, Power. The spectacle of Power smashing the sea cucumber devil into goo quickly draws a crowd, and before they know it, Denji and Power are stopped by Makima. Naturally, they start pointing fingers at each other like kids caught with their hands in the cookie jar. Makima, ever the stern mentor, tells them to get their act together and avoid any more unnecessary risks. In a desperate attempt to smooth things over, Denji decides to turn on the charm, flirting with Power. Subtlety isn't exactly Denji's strong suit, but when it comes to teenage ambition, he's got a one-track mind. Power, ever the opportunist, senses his intentions and offers him a deal. If Denji can defeat the Bat Devil, who kidnapped her beloved pet cat Maui, she'll let him fulfill his noble quest. Denji, eyes gleaming with a very specific kind of motivation, agrees. They manage to secure a leave for a few hours to hunt down the Bat Devil. Their search leads them to an abandoned house, where Denji's hopes are literally knocked out cold. Power reveals her real plan: feed Denji to the Bat Devil in exchange for her cat's freedom. Denji, having been deceived by both fiends and feline lovers alike, probably didn't see this betrayal coming, though he really should have. The Bat Devil, unimpressed with Denji's flavor, squeezes the blood out of him, then devours both Power and her cat without a second thought before flying off to the city for a more appetizing meal. But Denji isn't down for the count. He claws his way back, fires up his chainsaws, and takes off after the Bat Devil. The battle is intense, with Denji doing his best to turn the Bat Devil into sushi, but it's clear he's struggling. However, the promise he made to Power keeps him going. After all, he's a man of his word, especially when that word involves breasts. In a final brutal move, Denji rips through the Bat Devil's stomach, freeing Power and Maoi. After his brutal fight with the Bat Devil, Denji emerges victorious but barely standing. Power, now safe, is left in awe of his relentless determination. In a rare moment of sincerity, and maybe a bit of gratitude, she grants him the reward he's been chasing, a chance to finally play with her juice. Denji's long-awaited moment of fondling the utterly butterly delicious mangoes of Power turns out to be more of a disappointment than a dream come true. It's like finally biting into the golden fruit, only to realize it's more of a grocery store sample. Small, underwhelming, and lacking that juicy satisfaction he imagined. Makima, ever the insightful mentor, explains that his letdown comes from not truly knowing his partner. To make her point, Makima teases Denji, getting close enough to rattle him, and even lets him touch her extra juicy mangoes, leaving him utterly skyrocketed. Makima then ups the ante, promising Denji any wish he wants if he can kill the Gun Devil, a notorious beast responsible for over 1 million deaths, including Aki's family. Using a chunk of the Gun Devil to track down its fragments, Aki's team, Denji, Power, Himeno, Kobeni, and Array, heads to a hotel to hunt down their next target. To keep morale high, Himeno offers a kiss on the cheek to whoever kills the devil first. But when she promises Denji a French kiss if he succeeds, his motivation shoots up faster than a boomer's rocket, because some things never fail to ignite the fire. Later, they enter the hotel. Aki recalls his first meeting with Himeno, where she revealed the tragic fate of her previous partners and asked him to stay alive. Inside, the mission takes a bizarre turn as they encounter a walking head, which Power quickly dispatches. Himeno reveals her contract with the Ghost Devil, granting her control over a powerful invisible hand. But their victory is short-lived. They soon realize they're trapped on the 8th floor with no way out. The Devil Hunters scramble for a way out, but Aki quickly realizes all the clocks have stopped, meaning they've been completely cut off from the outside world. With no other options, they begin gathering resources to survive. During this tense moment, Denji notices Himeno smoking the same brand as Aki. Himeno, ever the storyteller, shares that she got Aki hooked on smoking after he avenged her from an angry girlfriend of a fallen partner. Despite the grim work they do, she reveals Aki still hopes to live a long life, a dream that feels almost laughable given their deadly line of work. Aki returns with bad news. The devil they thought they had defeated is back, now grotesquely larger, a mass of flesh known as the Eternity Devil. The creature offers them freedom, but only if they feed Denji to it. Panic spreads as Kobeni, teetering on the edge of sanity, attacks Denji, but Himeno and Aki quickly step in, refusing to let Denji be sacrificed. As time drags on, the atmosphere grows heavier, and the fear gripping Kobeni and Hirokazu only makes the Eternity Devil stronger. The devil's power warps reality, flipping the entire floor vertically. Pushed to her limit, Kobeni lunges at Denji with a knife, but Aki, ever the protector, takes the stab meant for Denji, leaving Himeno devastated as she watches her friend bleed out. While Power tries to stop Aki's bleeding, Denji has a revelation. The Eternity Devil is terrified of his chainsaws. With a reckless grin, Denji realizes he's found the devil's Achilles heel. Except this one's all about chainsaws. Without hesitation, he leaps straight into the devil's gaping maw, ready to tear it apart from the inside out. Denji plunges into the chaos, shredding the Eternity Devil's insides with a manic glee. The devil retaliates, ripping Denji apart repeatedly, but he just grins, regenerating by guzzling the devil's blood. Himeno, watching this insanity unfold, recalls Kishude's words and her former partner's graves. Only the slightly crazy survive in this business. She had tried to convince Aki to ditch his mission, but his resolve was like steel. Back in the present, Himeno feels an odd sense of relief. After 3 days of relentless fighting, Denji finally breaks the Eternity Devil. Desperate, the devil offers up its heart, begging for release. Denji, ever practical, ends it without a second thought. The group heads to a restaurant to decompress, enjoying a rare moment of fun, until Fushi casually mentions his rookie just got killed. Nothing kills the vibe like a reminder of your impending doom. Kobeni spirals into terror, realizing just how short their lives might be. The night takes a nosedive when a drunk Himeno delivers on her promise to kiss Denji, only to puke in his mouth mid-kiss. Denji's romantic fantasy goes down the drain, literally. Denji passes out from the shock, so Himeno, still thoroughly wasted, drags him back to her apartment. There, in her drunken state, she offers to do hanky-panky with him. Denji, in a rare moment of clarity, refuses Himeno's drunken advances, recalling the lollipop kiss Makima gave him the night before. The next morning, Himeno, hungover and forgetful, awkwardly suggests they be friends. Denji agrees, but only if she helps him win over Makima, while he helps her with Aki. A little matchmaking deal seems like the perfect plan, if only their lives weren't so chaotic. Their plans are shattered as the Gun Devil launches a coordinated attack on Tokyo's public safety devil hunters. Civilians armed with illegal guns start targeting the hunters. Makima is shot en route to Kyoto. And in a nearby cafe, Denji takes a bullet to the head from the grandson of the Yakuza handler he killed earlier. Himeno is shot in the chest, and Aki tries to summon the Fox Devil to fight back, only to discover their attacker is a devil-human hybrid, samurai sword. Aki initially gains the upper hand with the cursed devil's powers, but Akane Sawatari revives samurai sword, turning the battle. Desperate to save Aki, Himeno sacrifices herself to the ghost devil, which briefly overwhelms samurai sword. However, Akane summons the snake devil, which devours most of the ghost devil, leaving Himeno to vanish completely. Denji may have dodged one emotional bullet the night before, but now the harsh reality hits him hard, without a lollipop to soften the blow. After being swallowed by the snake devil, one of the ghost devil's remaining hands pulls Denji's ripcord, bringing him back to life. He immediately faces off against Samurai Sword, but ends up being sliced in half. Akane, Samurai Sword, and their associates load Denji's torso into a van. Meanwhile, Makima, who survived her assassination attempt, arrives in Kyoto and meets with public safety employees Yutaro Kurose and Mikiko Tendo. She instructs them to gather death row inmates at a high-altitude temple. Back at the van, Akane's gang members start exploding one by one until only Akane and Samurai Sword remain. Akane quickly realizes that Makima is the cause of these spontaneous explosions, confirming her fears. At the temple, Makima directs the inmates to recite the names of the gang members, completing a ritual that kills both the inmates and the gang members. Kobeni suddenly appears at the van, managing to fend off Akane and the now human Samurai Sword with a knife and gun. After they escape in the van, Kobeni apologizes to Denji for trying to kill him earlier and breaks down over Hirokazu's death, admitting the job is pushing her to her limits mentally. Back in Tokyo, Makima receives an update from Madoka, who informs her that Special Divisions 1 through 4 will merge due to the heavy losses, leaving mostly non-human members alive. Madoka then resigns, and when asked if she anticipated the attacks, Makima remains silent, leaving with Kurose and Tendo. Denji and Power visit Aki in the hospital, breaking the grim news that only Kobeni and Madoka survived the assault. Aki mourns Himeno's death, but his moment of grief is cut short when Kurose and Tendo show up, asking if he plans to keep fighting. Aki, fueled by the need for revenge, insists on staying in the game. They inform him he'll need to make a new contract with a more powerful devil, as the Fox Devil has ghosted him. Apparently, even devils have their limits when it comes to bad luck. Himeno's sister later visits Aki, handing him letters from Himeno, where she tried to save him from this deadly job. Too bad. Aki's dedication is stronger than his sense of self-preservation. Meanwhile, Makima takes Denji and Power to a cemetery to meet Kishib, the self-proclaimed strongest devil hunter, former trainer of Aki and Himeno. Kishiv's training method involves repeatedly killing Denji and nearly killing Power. It's like boot camp, but with a lot more dying and less motivation. The next day, Denji and Power attempt to outsmart Kishiv with a carefully laid trap, but he effortlessly wipes the floor with them again. Turns out, outsmarting the strongest devil hunter isn't as easy as it looks. Meanwhile, Aki is taken to a lockup filled with captured devils, where he's told to make a contract with the future devil, his only shot at continuing his fight. The future devil grants Aki his power without asking for anything in return, having foreseen a spectacular death in Aki's future. Talk about a devil that's in it for the entertainment value. Kishiv's brutal training pays off as he emerges with only a single scratch. He informs Denji and Power that Special Division 4, along with other public safety divisions, are gearing up for a massive raid on the Yakuza branch tied to the Gun Devil. Meanwhile, Makima meets with the Tokyo Yakuza head and extracts the names of every collaborator with the Gun Devil. She then systematically eliminates several of them without even leaving her location. As the remaining members of Special Division enter the Yakuza hideout, Kishiv keeps the police and regular devil hunters at bay, explaining that the Special Division is now almost entirely non-human. Basically, it's the ultimate monster squad, and you don't want to be on their bad side. Inside, the devil hunters face a basement filled with zombies left behind from the Yakuza's deal with the zombie devil, Power, the shark fiend, the violence fiend, the spider devil, and the angel devil stay below to clear out the horde, while Aki and Denji head upstairs to deal with a cane and samurai sword. Aki encounters a cane first, who uses her snake devil to regurgitate the ghost devil and send it after him. Thanks to the future devil's foresight, Aki manages to hold his own against the ghost devil. But even with a devilish peek into the future, getting choked by 1,000,000 ghostly arms is still a bad day at work. Aki defeats the ghost devil by letting go of his fear, recalling his memories of Himeno. With his fear gone, he's able to approach the ghost devil without resistance and decapitates it. Turns out, the key to winning isn't just skill, it's letting go of the baggage. Akane then tries to finish Aki off using the snake devil, but Kobeni suddenly appears, holding Akane at knife point. When Aki asks Kobeni why she stayed with public safety, she simply replies that the bonuses are coming soon. Meanwhile, Tenji faces off against Samurai Sword on a speeding train. He finally defeats him by growing a chainsaw blade from his leg and delivering a brutal final blow. Before handing Samurai Sword over to the police, Aki and Denji decide to have a little fun, turning the situation into a testicular kicking tournament to see who can make him scream the loudest. Because in a world full of devils, sometimes it's the simple things that bring the most joy. The pain doesn't last much longer, as the snake devil forces her into an involuntary suicide before she can spill any more secrets about the gun devil. Afterward, Makima reveals that the gun devil flesh collected during the mission, combined with their previous findings, will finally allow them to pinpoint the gun devil's location. That night, Denji dreams of a mysterious door in an alley, with Pochita's voice warning him not to open it. Meanwhile, a woman's voice questions whether Denji would prefer to be a country mouse or a city mouse. It seems even in his dreams, Denji can't escape life's tough choices, though this one might be more than just about location. Thanks for joining us on today's journey. If you enjoyed the video, smash that like button, subscribe for more, and hit the bell to stay updated. Until next time, stay curious and keep watching.